one of the problems we have on the other end of the spectrum is you have these pretty bright people who are university professors of, medieval literature or something, and they're very bright people in many cases, but because they're bright in certain areas, they think that they're bright in all areas. This is the intellectual trap that interests me so much. And I'll give you my little theory since we're talking about IQ today. I love this little theory. I'm just so happy with it. So I think it explains the difference between left-wing and right-wing philosophers. My theory is called Island 120, okay? It's called Island 120, and my general thesis is this. People with an IQ of 100 or above, 105, 108, 110, somewhere in that ballpark, right? They all want to seem smart. They listen to smart people, and they don't want to be seen to be stupider than those people. And the people that they're listening to, guys like Bill Maher and and Michael Moore and this kind of thing, these guys might have an IQ of 120, something in that general ballpark. So all of the cultural forces on these intellectuals is to move them up to Island 120, where everybody thinks the same on this island, everybody votes the same, everybody believes in the same things, everybody's there to save the planet while they fly their own private jets. Everybody is there to, to have a special ribbon on their thing. Everybody votes Democrat. Everybody loves Michael Moore. Everybody, laments the lack of diversity in the Oscars. And that's what everybody on Island 120 believes, because there's so many people want to be seen to be on that island. When you get into breakout intelligence, it's like guys like Thomas Sowell or Victor Davis Hanson or some of these other philosophers. I don't see any philosophers on the left. Noam Chomsky is 109 years old. And I never thought his political ideas had any value. His linguistic ideas did. But my point is, once you hit a certain level of cognitive ability, Island 120 is behind you. And things that seem so much the part of this kind of liberal intellectual mantra, like socialism, for example. Once you blow past that, it's like, this doesn't make any sense at all. It doesn't make any sense that it doesn't work. People believe it because it's trendy to believe. They make you think you're smart if you believe in it. But it doesn't make any sense. And the point that actually really fascinates me the most is that common sense, what we used to call common sense, in my mind, common sense is the ability, in America anyway, of 318 million processors running local data in real time, forming networks and solutions that come and go, as easily as anything else, and that this is an enormous pool of collected intelligence, which 10 people in a room in Washington think they're smarter than. That is something I simply will never believe. The idea that you might have 5 or 10 people in a room in Washington with 120, 130 IQs, who are we kidding if they're in Washington, probably have 80 IQs, but the idea that a room full of 4 or 5 people could direct something like an economy is this incredible form of arrogance that comes with this kind of intelligence that has hit its limit, I think.